buyer uncertainty and
Yep.
buyer fear
Yep.
is obviously there.
Yep.
And, you know, the way I've always seen life, Sam, is it's hard enough to change yourself, let alone change another person, right? So it's not like there's this big paragraph that you're going to say to someone that's going to take them from saying, no, the market's going to drop, right? But have you found an operating pattern of when you're talking to a buyer that's sort of saying, oh, Sam, what do you think's going to happen to the market?
Yeah.
Like, how do you sort of respond?
I had a conversation with a lady late last week, and she said to me, I'm really worried about buying a house right now. I'm worried that if I buy a house, that it could drop 10% in value, and maybe I'm better off waiting, right? Maybe I should just hold off. Like, what's the point of buying now? If I'm going to lose $200,000 or $300,000 on transacting, I'd hate to do that. And having experienced the market last year in the GFC, and you've been involved in other markets as well, where the markets have dipped, I was able to impart with her that when the markets dropped, the number one issue for most buyers was that the best homes in the market just dried up. The stock level just completely dried up, and so you could stay on the market hoping to pick the bottom of the market. But are you going to want to make a decision for the next generation of your life and for your family for the next 10 or 20 years based on the stock that's available at that time that you're at the bottom of the market? And I don't think, I'm not saying go out and rush and buy a house for the sake of buying a house today. But if you find the right house, pay what you need to pay to buy that house today, and enjoy it in the fullness of time, because it will come back, and the market and time will heal all wounds in the market, and you'll be very, very happy in the fullness of time. But don't make a decision trying to pick the bottom of the market, thinking it's going to drop another 10 or 20%, and then you don't have the stock to choose from to buy. I mean, that's
beautifully said. And I've got to say to you, you've just, as you're talking, you remind me a lot of the things that used to happen back then. We used to say to people, Sam, then is, can I just ask you, are you planning to live in this house for less than 3 years or more than 3 years? And most people will say more than 3 years. Some people actually say, well, at least 10. And say, the reason I ask that is that it's going to help me understand whether you should be buying a property based on the market or based on your life. And people love that sentence, based on the market or based on your life. Because one of the challenges that we have is, if you're going to be buying a property for more than 3 years, moving in, you should be buying something based on your life. And I'm concerned that the transaction costs coming in and out, and I've seen many, many clients turn around and actually regret that they didn't buy the house that they wanted to buy, and they just bought a house that was an opportunistic house, because it becomes more expensive in the process.
Yeah, totally.
And so what you say is you move the conversation towards what's the real aim of why they're buying a property.
And I think it's also important to be real and empathetic and understanding of the environment that we're in, and not to pretend that it's not going on, not to pretend that it's not right to look for value. Like, if the shoe was on the other foot, we as buyers, we would be looking for value now as well, and we would be cautious. But it's that balance of you don't want cautiousness, your cautious, however you phrase that, to get in the way of the right move for you for the next decade of your life, and help people see value in homes. Don't try to sell them a home. Help them see why this is value now and why it fits into their requirements now, rather than trying to create some magic.
What you just said something that was gold. I thought you get them, don't sell them. You said something, don't sell them. I'm obsessed with one-liners, because I think if you can say something, right, that it would take 5 minutes to say, just say the short thing. What do you say? Sell them value, don't sell. What was it?
I can't even remember.
Susan, do us a favour. When we're downloading this video and playing it on the greater social media sites, that's the bit, because I actually think that was gold. That's the grab. That's the money shot. That's the front page of the Herald Sun. Right. So Sam, can I ask you the other issue I wanted to talk to you about is, you know, this list of this launch list, this explosive launch list that you're going to have. How do you stay relevant to people that are on your pipeline at the moment? Like, what are the things you say? I mean, I can imagine to people that you're really close with, it's more like a welfare type call, right? Yeah. But how do you sort of stay relevant as a real estate agent to people in your pipeline?
It's given you a test drive of Real Estate Gym. Let me tell you, if you're a subscriber and a member of the gym, you'll be getting videos from our co-coaches all the time. You'll be getting mentors, you'll be getting scripts, you'll be getting dialogues, you'll be getting templates, and most importantly, My Prospector, your personal accountability system to make more calls, get more appointments, get more listings. From around $10 per week, realestategym.com.au, your personal coach.